Welcome to CSL TV, and I just hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is just a review or reaction as well as an informational channel. Hopefully, the informational part help you someone out, and we pretty much just see what's going on in the world and talk about them. And as you guys can see, a sick pastor from Brighton, Michigan, had confessed to having a camera in the unisex bathroom. And now, I know this is not new to hear somebody with knowledge of God more than we probably know ourselves. But just to willingly do something like that against somebody else's, privacy, however big word you want to use, they did not say it was okay for this pastor to be recording them in a bathroom. Now, we don't know exactly all the details yet because this is just surfacing coming around. And I'm pretty sure if you guys want to, you can go ahead and look up this information. But I just can't believe, we might be going through something in our lives and we have a calling and God called us and we go to church and all this other stuff, place of worship for the good, so we can get these demons out of our body. And you meet with this demon who is acting like he's a good person, but in reality, he's the devil. And I hate to have to put it this way, but there's no other way else you can look at it, because anybody with common sense know you don't do nothing like this in a public area, definitely in a church, man. But I don't like making my intros too long, and I just hope you beautiful people are having a blessed day, and you already know. Let's get it.
A fistfight broke out in the middle of a tailgate party outside a Detroit Lions game, and then it spiraled out of control. It all started on Sunday afternoon at Eastern Market, a popular gathering spot near Ford Field where Lions fans usually hang out after games. That's when a fight broke out at Shed 6, a spot fans know well. Two men were involved in the fight, and at first it dispersed quickly, only to reignite a few feet away. That's when one of the men, a male from Oak Park, pulled out a gun and shot his opponent twice. Graphic video we won't show here circulated on social media. Police were already nearby and rushed the scene. One of the men was killed immediately. A second victim, shot during the altercation, was rushed to the hospital but died the next day. The shooter, now in police custody, is in his 30s and was licensed to carry a gun. What caused this fight is still unclear, but police say they've seen similar incidents before at large events like this, where guns and alcohol mix with poor conflict resolution skills. As Detroit Police Chief James White put it,
tailgating, drinking, and guns, they don't mix.
We don't know exactly what motivated this yet, but we do know that easy access to guns can turn simple arguments into deadly encounters. The police chief also said this.
It's ridiculous. Fight. If you're going to fight, have a fight. Live to fight another day, right? But everyone has to have a gun, makes them feel tough.
This is just more proof, as scientific research has found, more guns lead to more gun deaths. And now, two families are left grieving a tragic loss that could have been avoided.
Man, that is so crazy to hear that these people was turned up so much that people got hurt, killed, shot, terrified, scared because y'all could not get it together. And so what if the guy was a legally gun holder? That don't give you the right to be John motherfucking Wick out here doing whatever you feel is necessary because you have an attitude. And alcohol and guns don't go together, just like alcohol and knives and alcohol and negative people don't go together. Alcohol and negative people don't go with nothing. Not even with negative people, because that's just gonna be some very bad shit. And evidently this is what you get when you get irresponsible ass people together having a good time until somebody get their butt hurt, and now you want to be tearing everything down. And it's just sad that people out here nowadays are so quick to pick up a gun and want to hurt somebody, instead of just trying to be like, it ain't that deep, it ain't that bad. Use your fucking brain. You ain't about to shoot somebody and then just get stopped. Go away with it. Unless they are trying to harm and hurt you, you're going to jail. You're going to spend some time. And if your stupid ass decide to shoot somebody and kill them, now you really going to be in prison. And you ain't got to worry about this or that, because you're going to be behind them doors and gates, whatever the fuck they got in jail. That's where you're going to be at. And then now you got folks out here who's, grieving and all this stuff because of y'all idiots couldn't get along. Or nobody could be the bigger person, whether it's a man or woman, and walk away just so stuff like this won't happen. and they got a lot of hurt people because their loved ones is not here. So hopefully, you know what? I can't even say hopefully, because you never know. In the world we live in today, goddamn, you never know what tomorrow might be.
Mariah and Lucia walked onto a pig farm that day, never imagining they'd become food themselves. And heads up, this story is disturbing. This is 47-year-old Mariah Mercado and 34-year-old Lucia Nedluvu. The two women were desperate for food and had heard that a dairy company's truck had dumped possibly expired products on a nearby farm. But what happened next is unimaginable. Authorities allege that the farm's owner, along with two others, including a 19-year-old, shot the two women dead. Another man who was with Mariah and Lucia that day survived the attack. He escaped and ran screaming for help. When police arrived at the farm, they found the women's bodies in a pigsty. The remains were so decomposed that authorities believe they were partially fed to the pigs. The farmers are now facing multiple charges, including murder. This all went down in South Africa, where the police commissioner called it one of the most disturbing and inhumane acts he's ever seen. Tragically, Mariah and Lucia's deaths are part of a much bigger problem. Femicide, the targeted killing of women simply because they are women, is a global epidemic. According to the UN, an estimated 81,000 women were murdered worldwide in 2021 alone. This violence is rooted in the patriarchy, a toxic worldview that sees men as dominant, controlling, and aggressive, while women are to be submissive and subordinate to men. The patriarchy has been perpetuated in recent years by misogynistic influencers like Andrew Tate, who spread lies and hate about how women should be treated in our world. Until we address the root cause and teach boys how to behave as real men should, expect tragic stories like this to keep happening.
Man, that is quite disturbing to hear that those women had to go through what they went through. And like they said, men nowadays, man, 50% of these men are, you know what, pussy. I'm sorry to say it. The stuff that y'all do towards women, the way y'all talk to women, treat women, you know, it's one thing when somebody try to disrespect you or whatever, and y'all having a confrontation verbally towards each other. But when you start putting hands on people and, you know, shit like this being where you physically attacking people, then that's when you know you got a problem, man. I'm sorry, not just in the country, but in the world alone, you think men will understand the importance of respect, because you're going to want respect, just like you understand the importance of women, because guess what? You was carried by a woman, whether she was in your life or not. That lady, whoever carried you in your body, had you, you know what I'm saying, in her body, I should say, had you in her body for some time, going through all the emotions and the pains and the feelings and all that extra shit that we men don't have to deal with when trying to give life and all that type of stuff. So it's just sad to see that in the world that we living in, how they trying to take away so many rights towards women and make women feel this way and powerless and shit like that, when I'm sorry, women just have to understand that y'all like one of the most powerful things there is in this world, because giving life is just something that is just crazy. And I don't care what an immature person might say, yeah, men carry life too, but the lives that we carry don't affect our mood, our, you know what I'm saying, it don't affect anything in our body like it would a woman. And you know, that's just the facts. You know, it's like you can't have two men have a baby, just like you can't have two women have a baby. So that's just how it is and how the fucking shit works in the world. People just need to start respecting each other, and women definitely need to be more respected because of all the things that they go through when giving life.